I remember someone asked me this question before, and I'm the worst person to ask about this because I don't market my videos. I don't talk about trendy stuff unless somehow my topics end up on that subject. I'm just not the type of person. It's just, I remember a few months ago, someone told me that they want to start a YouTube channel where he draws and talks about life, right? So he's drawing in the background and then he just commentates or whatever. But they're afraid because, quote, people are mean on the internet. And he went further to say that people are more mean than they were years ago. I don't know about that. Listen, I've been uploading videos since forever. Let me tell y'all, there are people who consistently leave comments, but only leave comments to say something negative or passive aggressive about something completely irrelevant to the video topic. And I bring this up because I don't think people are more mean on the internet. I think the internet has created parasocial relationships, and social media has been an echo chamber of people complaining. I use it for that to an extent as well. Like some of my videos, I'm just ranting about stuff, right? But because it's so normalized, you see people just whining on every platform that they're on. Twitter, they're complaining. Facebook, they're complaining. People crying on Reddit too about things. People stalk celebrities and internet personalities. Not to mention, they think they know the person through that parasocial relationship and then act like they have enough insight to make decisions about someone else's life without any sort of hesitation to their remarks. This is simply the time period we live in now, though. Like everyone acts like they know everything and they're very presumptuous over things that they're exposed to on the internet. And sadly, people can be very gullible about the information they're absorbing online as well. I don't think it's necessarily mean or people have become more mean. Rather, I think the internet was a lot worse back in the day. People were more mean back then. Y'all remember that time period in YouTube where everyone was making roasting videos and exposed videos? I had a handful on my old channel. It was toxic. I wasn't even on, even you would go on Twitter and you would find random accounts like these egg accounts making accusations or, quote, exposing somebody for something without evidence, or I see fake screenshots or chat logs or something that was completely taken out of context. Like people just want the 15 minutes of fame. Yeah, this stuff still goes on today, right? You'll go on X right now and you'll see people making up stuff about these YouTubers or celebrities, right? There are YouTube channels dedicated to this day, of course, dedicated to airing out someone else's business or criticizing other people's content or lifestyle. Again, same with Twitter. People just want to get likes and retweets because they want attention so badly. They want to sacrifice somebody by making up lies about them or twisting details to make it seem like they're a symbol of justice, vigilantism sort. But even though we still have content like that to this day, it's very, in comparison to how it was years ago, it's very moderated and toned down. You can't, nowadays on the internet, you can't really troll people too much without some sort of consequence. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you could have trolled and nobody would ban you from any Discord servers or anything, or any game servers. You wouldn't get warnings or anything on social media sites. You could have full-blown arguments with people online, cursing at each other, threatening each other. Nothing would really happen. Say you just wake up the next day. Hey, times have changed. Now, is this for the better, right? I think it was necessary. I think this change was necessary, considering we have children on social media now, and everyone and their mother is online now, engaging on social media sites in some way, even on burner accounts. Everyone is online nowadays. Like it's just we got to normalize it. You know what I'm saying? And there are still certain communities and many individuals that don't let those restrictions and the time period change affect how they troll or attack somebody online. But regardless, the average person online doesn't really experience getting truly witch hunted like that. So has the internet always been mean? Yes. Has it been bad? It has. Is it better moderated now? I guess. I wouldn't let that stop you from uploading content though, or starting a channel or anything like that. It's not like you have to talk, you know what I'm saying? You could upload so many other types of content that could be consumed and enjoyable. And this is the thing though, right? Like what I mentioned earlier, people will literally just watch your videos. Like you'll start a YouTube channel, whatever, or maybe you'll make like an Instagram account where you post your art or whatever, anything. People will literally just watch what you're doing and never say anything unless they want to complain about something or say something negative. On mobile, on the YouTube app, right? You ever notice if you click on someone's profile, like the avatar, it shows their recent comments on someone's channel, right? Like you try right now if you're on your phone, you just click on someone random in the comment section, their avatar will show that. I've seen people leave comments on my channel, for example, do that feature, and it shows that they're sub too. And they only comment to say something irrelevant or whine about something. And that's just a reflection of how most people on the internet are, though. People sitting there consuming content and they're upset about something, and that's when they'll finally engage into it. I was looking at a game on Steam, right? I was thinking about buying this game. This was literally last night. And I was like, this game looks good. This game looks cool. I might buy this. You know, I'll record some background footage for next after I finish this game that I've been playing since forever. Right here in the background as you're watching this video. Man, I'm going to play this new game though. And I was like, let me just check out the reviews. All right. I don't waste my money here. Bruh. I saw this review. Someone left this review, and it's like, this review that he left, this negative review, it had nothing to do with the quality of the game. You're mad about a lesbian couple. That, man, they're not even main characters in the game. These are two random NPCs who happen to be women and married. The game has a lot of positive reviews. They were mostly positive. So I went to this guy's Steam profile who left that review. He was mad about the lesbian couple. And you know how you can see reviews someone leaves on games, right? It's like on their Steam page, right? All this guy does is leave negative reviews. He has never left a positive review. His account is 9 years old on Steam. 9 years of leaving negative reviews on games. And I looked at his profile a little bit more. He has a lot of hours in other games, but he never leaves a positive review about it. So you got a lot of stuff to say about things that you don't like, but you don't say anything about things that you do like. You know what I'm saying? And this is exactly what I mean. This guy is an example of what I'm referring to. And it's more common than you think. Just, hey, the only time I'll ever speak online or leave comments or reviews about something is to say something negative and complain. The only place I've seen that isn't like that all the time is maybe TikTok. TikTok does have a toxic side. Trust me. You know, I've seen that too, obviously. But other times, comments are just memes or people being silly or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very moderated over there, TikTok. Sometimes there is some wild stuff though. Anyway, my point is, I wouldn't let the mentality of how the internet is affect what you do like that. And this applies to anybody who wants to do anything online. That includes sharing art that you made, such as drawings, music, the writing. Maybe you did some writing, whatever, anything. The thing is, if you put something online though, people will critique it or give their opinion. That's what happens when you put something out there. It's just, unfortunately, we have an imbalance of how people choose to react to things. Don't worry about what people are going to say, because no matter what you're going to do, someone is just going to be mad about it. You know what I'm saying? You ever see like an internet personality get into drama and they genuinely apologize for something they did in the past that got brought to light again? Or maybe they slipped up in a recent situation. They said something wild because they were too emotional in the moment or too animated about a topic, right? Very passionate. So sometimes you say some wild stuff and they'll genuinely apologize for it. And boom, people are still mad. People are mad that they got an apology. They begged for an apology. They got one. They still mad. You can't win with these people. I mean, you should still acknowledge and apologize if something is genuinely wrong and a misunderstanding or something was taken out of context. But people are not going to be happy regardless. You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize that people online operate in a way that doesn't even make sense half the time. It's like people have built this weird culture of consistently being dissatisfied where nothing is ever good enough. And even if it is, they still find something to complain about. It's wild because you can literally see people be mad about two completely opposite things, just depending on what's convenient for the argument at the moment. Like one day, people are crying about how everything is censored nowadays. Oh, it's ruining the internet. Everything is so censored. And then the next day, they're mad that a company didn't censor something that they found offensive. That's kind of weird, right? Am I wrong? And like, I understand. Like, and listen, I know it's easier said than done. It's hard to ignore negativity when it's directed at you. It's hard to brush off comments when they feel personal. Sometimes I get frustrated too, especially when people leave presumptuous comments that about things that are completely wrong about my life or how I think about something. You see me sometimes reply to people who leave completely brain dead comments. I don't know why I've been replying lately. And honestly, in the past, this just started like the past 3 months. I actually started replying to people really. In the past, I just used to block you. You know what I'm saying? I just block people and then that was it. You know, I gotta get back to that. And yeah, sometimes it's not just online hate, right? Sometimes it's real harassment, real threats, real consequences. That's a whole different conversation. But at the end of the day, and back to what this guy was telling me about, since he's too scared to make videos of his drawings to talk about his life, look, you have to decide if it's worth it for you. Because if you let the internet control what you do, you'll never do anything at all. And I always respect people who put themselves out there, even if they upload content that I don't personally like. It doesn't mean I'm going to say something or engage with them or like react to their content, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless, again, it's something that's in my lane. But hey, it takes guts to create something and share it with the world. It's more than easy to be a critic. It's easy to sit back and point out flaws. But actually making something, that takes effort. That takes vulnerability. That takes courage. So yeah, the internet is mean. It's always been mean. It always will be mean. But that shouldn't stop you from creating content or doing what you want. I mean, as long as it's responsible and aligns with your values. Ethical, I would say to an extent. Like, I'm not saying just do whatever you want online, even if it's malicious and terrible and hurtful. No, like, I'm not the highest pillar of ethical behavior either. It's just that if you let the fear of negativity or criticism stop you, you'll never put anything out there. The internet magnifies on being 0 to 100. There's always going to be people who love what you do and people who tear you apart for no reason. But if you're creating from a place of authenticity, if you're doing something that aligns with who you are and what you believe in, then that negativity shouldn't hold power over you. Sure, criticism can be valuable and sometimes it helps you grow. But outright cruelty, like, that's just noise. You know what I'm saying? If you focus too much on noise, you'll drown out your own voice before it even has a chance to be heard. So I guess what I'm saying is, put your stuff out there anyway. People will be mean. People will complain. People will cry. It is what it is. I mean, let them misunderstand you. Let them project their own insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I've seen comments where people is like, dude, I can't believe you're really mad about this. Like, why are you really being mad about this for? Like, I don't understand. Like, because listen, at the end of the day, none of that matters nearly as much as the fact that you did something. And that's more than what most people do. Okay. A lot of people don't do anything. They just watch others create and do things with their lives, and they see it as an opportunity to hurt you, you know, or just be mean or whatever, right? Like I've been saying this whole video. Such is life. Such is the internet. This episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I hope this helps some people at least. What should I use? Roman free. Roman free. Sailor drifting in the sea. Where I'm going next, I don't know, it's one of these. Another day flowing by again where I'm long to be. Laid it down, but I can't find no more space to agree. It takes two to love, you can say that, yeah, and I agree. Carving your emotions into me, it starts atrocities. Promise me forgiveness for you is worth the apology. But a lonely road to go, how I'm feeling honestly. I'm roaming free. See myself drift away, now I'm seeing qualities. Life is so much better when I'm focused on my prophecy. Things still lurk with me, but I'm out here constantly roaming. I'm roaming free. Chasing me, not looking back.